हेलो। हेलो। Thì cảm ơn mình. Thêm mình vui. একটা অর্জন আসলে সেই ধরনের লক্ষ্য আমাকে দেওয়া
Hi, Mr. Sengupta, Bharat, Raghunath, Harshul, Arora. How are you, all of you?
Hello, sir.
This is Smalam here, not Neil Rai. It is showing as Neil Rai.
Sir, we are able to hear you clearly.
Yeah, we have some participants. There are 10 participants. I'm waiting for them.
Okay, sir.
So, why they are not come?
Okay.
Hello. Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we have now 5 participants. Another 4, 5 to come. Wait for them for nearly 20 minutes. And if not coming, we'll start.
Move along. ये बीटेक ये भी awesome है। मुझे नहीं पता। It's raining there again. मुझे तुम्हारी आवाज अच्छा तुम ये कर देती इसीलिए मुझे आवाज
We'll wait for 4:20, 4 o'clock, around 4:15 or 4:20, and then I think we'll start the classes. Meanwhile, all of you share your email IDs in the chat. Please share your email IDs in the chat, please. Are all of you able to hear me? Please share your email IDs, please. Those who have not shared, I want to send one document. Please, those who have not shared your email IDs, please share your email IDs, please. Okay, so let's begin with, I have sent some documents now. Let's give a small introduction. Mr. Abhijay Sengupta, can you tell me something about you? Are you able to hear me, all of you?
Yes, sir. Over the mic.
Yeah, you can tell me what is your objective and what you're doing.
Sir, right now I'm unemployed. My qualifications is I'm a BTech in IT and I have done PGDM in operations. Then I worked in Blue Dart for around 8 months. After that, I left the job. So,
Do that as what?
as a management trainee, sir.
Okay, fine. So you are IT, you are good at IT, no? I'll be telling you to handle a software and I'll guide you. The rest all of you can see how you do it, okay? Okay.
So,
I'll train you, don't worry, it will take time. That will be done only on next Saturday. Okay.
okay.
We have Bharat Raghunath. Bharat, can you tell me something about you? Mr. Bharat Raghunath, can you tell me something about you? Okay, we'll go to Francis. Francis, what are you doing? What is your current? What is the objective of joining the course? Francis is pursuing MBA in marketing final semester. Have completed digital marketing. Okay, fine. What about Harshul Arora? Harshul Arora,
Hello.
Mr. Arora, tell me what are you what are you currently doing
I'm
and
I'm pursuing my MBA from Indian Business School, and right now I'm doing my internship from Metalman Auto.
okay, all MBAs. Okay, fine, very good. Pratibha, what you're doing? Pratibha, can you tell me what you're doing? Pratibha is not there. Avasti,
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir. I am working in a aerospace company in production department.
oh, okay, aerospace, very good, fantastic. Now we have Pratibha. Pratibha is working in aerospace. What about Avasti?
I'm also working in aerospace, sir.
Okay, you are
Both
working.
are, yeah, we both are in the same company.
I'll tell you about myself. I'm Suresh here, Suresh Menon. I put in 25 years of experience in the industry and nearly 22 years in IT, information technology. I worked with companies like IBM, Hewlett Packard. I was in US for 2 years. I was in UK for 2 years. I was a consultant for Hindustan Unilever for many of their factories, and I am a postgraduate and currently doing my PhD in computer science. Okay. For the past 4 years, I am a consultant on Six Sigma for various huge companies to the tune of 10,000 crores. And also I do take training on Six Sigma. Okay. I am an author and a writer. I have written a book which was published by Penguin Publishers, New Delhi, and it's based in USA also. They have an office in Gurgaon. And I'm also a writer on CIO Review. I write articles on CIO Review. That's my introduction. I hope all of you have received my document at their email IDs, respective email IDs. That document contains everything. It contains including green belt, black belt, master black belt, everything it contains. Those who have not received me, tell me, because I'll be using that document to train you. Bharat Gupta sent me a private message. Okay, guys, and also please note down when you come next Saturday, you have to go to Google search. Please note it down. Go to Google search and type free download go to Google search and type free download Minitab 18. Okay, go to Google search and type free download Sigma Excel. Go to Google search and type free download So we are going to use three softwares, okay? Without knowing these softwares, you become a half-baked consultant on Six Sigma. Okay, so this exercise you have to do, you have to take the first link, go to Google, and when the Google gives you the first link, click on that link and download it and install it. Okay, so all of you are clear. We require these three softwares for our next session, that is on Saturday, next Saturday. Okay, so be on your laptop. Don't use a iPad or a tablet, because it will not work on iPad and tablet. It will work only on a laptop or a Mac laptop or a Lenovo laptop or a Dell laptop, any laptop. Laptop is no problem. Okay, so let's start our session. We will start with what is Six Sigma and basics and fundamentals. Basics and fundamentals will start. I have sent you my PDF document. You can open that document and next Saturday you can take a printout. It contains 83 pages. Okay, I'll come to the basics of Six Sigma. See, the population of India is very big. It is nearly crossing 2 billion. Okay. Now you have been given an exercise to find the average height of the male population of India. To find the average height of the male population of India. So you cannot bring the entire population of India into one single room and start measuring them. It is impossible. You cannot do that. So what you do is, you take samples from each state, Karnataka, Gujarat, Kerala, Delhi, all these places. You take samples and use statistical inference to find out the average height of the male population of India. So Six Sigma is all about population. You pick up some samples and then use statistics to draw the inference about the average height of the male population of India. And it's very, very accurate, okay? You need not bring the entire population. You take some samples from the population and use statistics to draw the inference about the population. The same thing applies in a manufacturing company. If you are manufacturing 1,000 rods per day, 1,000 steel rods per day, and you want to find out what is the diameter of the rods which are coming out of the assembly line. Okay, so you cannot go there and sit there and count use a measuring instrument and take the 1,000, all the 1,000, okay, from all the population, 1,000 rods. So you randomly pick up some samples and just measure them and then use statistics to draw the inference about the entire population of rods being manufactured in your organization. This is the basics of Six Sigma, okay? This is the basics of Six Sigma. Okay, and further to that, Six Sigma originated, the father of Six Sigma is called as Bill Smith of Motorola. I have highlighted in blue. Bill Smith of Motorola coined the term Six Sigma and is called as the father of Six Sigma. Okay, so Motorola was the first company who envisioned the Six Sigma, and it is represented by the Greek letter word sigma. Okay, it is highlighted in blue here. Okay, Six Sigma is the Greek letter word in the Greek alphabet. Okay, so Bill Smith of Motorola coined the term Six Sigma and is also called as the father of Six Sigma. This will be asked in the exam because this is a basic thing. Who is the originator and the founder? This is none other than Bill Smith. And we have a university in USA called Motorola University where they teach Six Sigma, okay? Motorola is a mobile company, telecom, they manufacture mobile instruments, they are into various things. They are the company where Bill Smith was working as an engineer. He founded the Six Sigma concept, okay? And Six Sigma is all about quality management and reducing defects and variation. Okay, so please make a note of it. Six Sigma is, I'll type it in the chat. Okay, and all about defect reduction and reducing variation. What is variation? Now you have an example here. Your organization is manufacturing steel rods, and you have the customer. You have the customer who purchases steel rods from you. The customer says, I need the steel rod not less than 15 centimeters in diameter and not greater than 18 centimeters in diameter. So the upper specification limit is 18 centimeters and lower specification limit is 15 centimeters. Okay, so you have to manufacture the rod. So you have to then it will be, please check your chat, okay, I am typing it in the chat. Then it will be rejected by the customer as a defect. Okay, so you have to manage the upper specification limit is 18 centimeters and lower specification, that the diameter of the rod is 18 centimeters and lower specification limit is 15 centimeters. So you have to manufacture the rod between this range. If you manufacture the steel rod beyond this range, it will be rejected by the customer as a defect. Then you have variation in your manufacturing process. And if you don't manufacture within the specification limit, that means your process is in variation, and at that particular time the Six Sigma consultant comes in. Okay, so Six Sigma consultant is very much in demand because most of the companies have defects in the organization. Either their product is defective, or in a software company their processes are not in place. Okay, so any doubts from here? Any doubts till now, all of you? So you understood, no? Population sample. That's the basic. That's the basic. Statistics and all, I'll make it easy for you. It will take time. That is next Saturday. I'll teach you statistics and all. Today, first day, no? So we'll make it some smooth and easy for all of you. We have another 4 days to go. Francis, you are from Kerala? From Goa? North Karnataka, okay, North Karnataka, Gulbarga, okay, okay. Basically, I am from Kerala, but I was born and brought up in Mumbai. I did my education from Mumbai only. But I am currently based in Bangalore for the past 14 years. Okay, so all about it is all about population, sample, upper specification limit, lower specification limit, and variation. Okay, this you understood. You have covered 20%. Okay, now we'll come to the main points. So it's all about quality, defect reduction. Okay, the quality. 1 minute, I got a chat here. Now you will be asked in the exam. The quality leader responsible for total quality management is Quickenbaum. Okay, it's there in my PDF. If you open my PDF on the 3rd or 4th page, you'll find this. Robustness in quality management was pioneered by Dr. Taguchi. Okay, these people are very important. They are the pillars and the founders. Robustness in quality management was pioneered by Dr. Taguchi. Quality leader who did extensive work in Japanese industry is Dr. Deming. Okay. So we have this table here. This is called as the Six Sigma process table. Okay. You have studied chemistry in your 12th or your degree, you know. There are something called as the periodic table of elements, where you refer to as a table. Okay. So like that in Six Sigma, we have something called as a process table. Okay. So we have these levels here. A company which is at Six Sigma level will manufacture only 3.4 defects out of the million iron rods it is manufacturing. That is defects per million opportunities. Say for example, we can say Singapore Airlines. Singapore Airlines is at Six Sigma level. Why? Because it only loses 3.4 baggages of passengers per million passenger it handles. Per million passengers, okay? That is defects per million opportunities, okay? So, Singapore Airlines is at Six Sigma. The only Indian company which is at Six Sigma is software company is Infosys. The only Indian company. The rest are at 2 Sigma or at very bad shape. They don't have level at all. An average American company is at 4 Sigma level. Okay, but companies like Boeing, HSBC, Motorola, all these companies are at 6 Sigma level. They are all at 6 Sigma level. Then we have companies like IBM. This is all American companies. They are all at 6 Sigma level. General Electric. General Electric is at a very high level. They are at 6.2 Sigma level. Okay. And you'll be wondering, there is one more company, there is one more establishment which is at 6 Sigma level and which is Indian. Okay. And you'll be wondering that. Those are anybody from Mumbai? Anybody from Mumbai? Abhijit Singh Gupta. Yeah, he has given the correct answer. They are Dabbawalas of Mumbai. Okay. They are Dabbawalas of Mumbai. See, they use a color coding technique. They use a color coding technique so that the particular dabba and the particular menu reaches the particular customer. Reaches the particular customer without any mistake. And they have been doing it for quite some time now. Nearly 20-25 years back. Okay. And in 2003, Prince Charles of UK came to India and visited the head of the Mumbai Dabbawalas. Okay, and appreciated their work. Why? Because their minimum qualification was 8th standard pass. They were not even 10th standard. And during his wedding, he called the head of Mumbai Dabbawalas to London and made them stay in Taj Western Hotel. And in that hotel, the superstar Mr. Amitabh Bachchan was staying there, but he was not invited for the prince's wedding. Okay, He had come for a shooting there. He was not invited for the princess wedding. That is the power of Six Sigma, okay? So we have 5 Sigma. At 5 Sigma level, the defect rate increases. It is 233 defects per million opportunities. Okay. At 4 Sigma level, again the defect rate increases. It is 6,210 defects per million opportunities. And as the Sigma level reduces, the defect rate increases. Okay. At 3 Sigma, it is 66,811 defects per million opportunities. Okay. So this is the Six Sigma table. You can refer this table to find out at what level the particular company is. And there are various tests and various things to do in Minitab where you can find out at what level the company is working at. Okay. So Minitab is a software without knowing which the Six Sigma consultant is supposed to be half-baked. Without knowing that software, you cannot be a Six Sigma consultant. Okay, so this is the fundamentals of Six Sigma. I think Sengupta, I always keep a person to maneuver through Minitab. Anybody from IT, I think Abhay Sengupta will be okay. So next Saturday, Abhay, you install, all of you install Minitab in your laptop, and please do come without, don't forget to install and come. Okay, so all of you have to install Minitab. So now we come to the belts of Minitab, the belts of Six Sigma. We follow a sequence. First is a sequence is selection of the Six Sigma project. You cut and paste it in a Word document, okay? Cost benefit analysis. So before we start the project, you have to select the project, whether it is a Six Sigma project or an ordinary project. What happens is that if the project, if by doing that project, if your company gets a revenue of 50,000 rupees, that's peanuts. The company will say, this is nothing, we don't want all this 50,000 unnecessary wastage of resources and money, and then get a revenue of 50,000. So minimum, at least the company should get above, depending on the size of the company, above 7 lakh of revenue. Okay, and cost benefit analysis is done by return of investment equal to profits divided by okay. So to calculate return of investment, you can use the formula profits divided by investments into 100. So for a Six Sigma project, you have to select the project first, whether that project is giving you enough revenue for your organization. If it is giving peanuts, don't do that project. And Six Sigma is a teamwork. Six Sigma is done as a teamwork. Not one person does a Six Sigma. Six Sigma also requires support from the top management. Without that, it will be a failure. Without that, it will be a failure. Okay. Six Sigma is implemented in phases. First phase, define phase. Okay, like we build a metro railway line. In Bangalore, we have a metro railway line, and first was in a particular place in whereby Baipnahalli. From there, they joined it to MG Road, and then from here they joined it to MG Road, and likewise they made a full-fledged railway line. So it is done in phases. And the first phase is define phase, and it is popularly called as DMAIC. Popularly called as DMAIC. Okay, so cut and paste it. Six Sigma is implemented in phases. First phase is define phase. Second phase is measure phase. Third phase is analyze phase. Fourth phase is improve phase. Last phase is control. Define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. Okay. So now we come to the belts. Okay, we have like karate and judo. In Six Sigma, we have a hierarchy of belts. It is green belt, black belt, master black belt, and champion. Okay, so this is the terminology. This terminologies was invented by Michael Herrick. Okay, so how is the hierarchy? Green belt reports to the black belt. So green belt is at the lowest level. The black belt reports to the master black belt. Master black belt reports to the champion. Okay, so this is the hierarchy. Okay, any questions, all of you? Any doubts you have? You can ask me. Any doubts, Sen Gupta? Any doubts from Pratibha, Francis, Aswadi? If you have any doubts, you can ask me. We have another 4 days. We can still. It's lot of time is there. Very good. Yellow belt is not very rarely used. It's below the green belt. Below the green belt. Nowadays, everybody has scrapped it. Avasti has asked me a question. Yellow belt. Yellow belt is there, but they report to the green belt. But now everybody has scrapped that. Nobody is taking the. Either they take green belt or directly they take black belt. Earlier it was there. Yellow belt was there. Avasti is correct. Okay, you guys take a break and we'll come back at 5:15. So we will start with the slightly tough parts and then you can take a tea break and come back at 5:15. Okay, and I hope everything is clear with you and you can come back at 5:15 and we can start afresh with new topics and new things. You can have a cup of tea or a coffee. I prefer a tea. I don't prefer coffee. So, Harshul Arora. Arora is from, you are from Delhi, Arora? Okay, Arora, Punjab. You Punjabi, no? Punjab. Arora, there was an actor called Vijay Arora. Old actor. Oh, I know, they are Punjabis. Yeah, he's an old actor. He was, I am 51 now. When I was very young, he used to act in Hindi movies. His name is Vijay Arora. Most of the Punjabis act in Bollywood. Anyway, let's take a break and we'll come back at 5:15. Yeah, Kapoors are the main people. Kapoors are there, Khanna, Kapoors. They're all very handsome and good looking people. Even Malayalis are good looking. I am a Malayali. Don't we are also good looking. We are tall, dark and handsome. Okay guys, enjoy yourself. Take a cup of tea and come back at 5:15. Thank you. Okay, all of you are back from tea. Okay, fine. So we got to know about the fundamentals, the hierarchy of belts: green belt, black belt, master black belt, champion, and stakeholder is nothing but the MD. Okay, stakeholder is the sponsor for the Six Sigma project, or the okay. Six Sigma is done in team. The ideal ratio is 1:6. That is one black belt is to six green belt. Okay. All of you are present, right? So the ratio is 1:6. That is one black belt is to six green belt. Now, before we do any project, we have to analyze the risk. Okay, we have to analyze the risk. How it is done? It is done using this software. It is called as Companion by Minitab. So, Sen Gupta, if possible, if you can download Sigma Excel today in your laptop, just try it and try installing it. This software is called as Companion by Minitab. It will take some time to come, but it will come. And we click on Demic project. Okay, and we have now the project risk assessment prepared by Suresh Menon, prepared date is 11th of March. So first one is the project has a clearly identified customer. Yes, the risk score automatically becomes 1. If I say no, the risk score becomes 10. Okay, so it is automatically done. The project has a clearly definable defect. Yes, the defect can be effectively and accurately measured. Yes, The defect metric can be defined at the opportunity level, yes. Cost can be readily associated with the defect. What happens is that now if you manufacture a rod and a rod costs $3, each rod costs $3, okay, manufacturing cost is $3. If you manufacture 300 defective rods, so per day the loss to the company is how much? $900, okay. Per day the loss to the company is $900. So as a Six Sigma consultant, your duty is to reduce that 300 defects and make it to at least 10 or 20, okay. So cost can be readily associated with defect, yes. Defects are of ongoing nature, yes. The process to be improved has a reasonably high output volume. So the manufacturing is taking place at a very high rate. The productivity is taking at a very high volume. High volumes of rods are being manufactured. High volume of cars are being produced. The project can be completed in a timely manner. Probably, maybe. So the risk score becomes 4. We are not sure whether it can be completed in a timely manner. The project has only one defect. No, the project has many other. We are manufacturing rods, we are manufacturing pistons. So piston has defects, rod has defects. Okay. The project will involve only one product. No. Project improvements will not depend on modifying operations outside of department. Yes. Project improvements will not depend on modifying operations outside of organization. So, outside of organization we are not going. The project is limited only to one geographic location. We are talking about India. We are not talking about US. So, it's only in India. The project will have a visible management support. If you say no, the risk score becomes 10. Okay. So, management support, you know how important it is. So, you have to say yes. The inputs can be readily modified. Yes. Then we come to deployment leadership. The team leader will be a full-time black belt. Yes. The project will be assigned a Six Sigma champion willing to remove barriers. Okay. Yes. The project will have a clearly defined process owner. What is the meaning of process owner? Now if you go to a factory, no, don't try Companion, Sengupta, you download Sigma Excel. Sengupta, download Sigma Excel. Sigma Excel, it is there. Sigma Excel. Yeah, you can download it right now simultaneously. Okay. Sigma Excel. Okay. Process owner. What is the meaning of process owner? You go to a factory as a consultant. is called as a process owner. I have typed it in the chat. Okay. The project will be assigned a financial representative. Yes. The black belt will be allowed proper team resources. If you don't have resources, you can't do the project. Funding will be available. Yes. Without funding, you cannot do the project. Team leader, the black belt, green belt will have received proper Six Sigma training. Yes. The black belt, green belt will have access to master black belt. Yes. The black belt, green belt will have sufficient technical background for the project. Yes. The black belt, green belt will have access to subject matter experts. Yes. The black belt, green belt will be fully empowered by the management. So the management has given full power to the green belt and the black belt. Now you are going to be a certified green belt. So when you go to a factory or when you go to a software company, you should have the support of the management and you will be given full power by the management. That is the meaning of empowerment. Okay. So, and the last step is the project has a clear endpoint. Yes. The project will have a clearly identified handoff. Yes. The project will start or at or before project handoff. The benefits will start at or before project handoff. Probably. The payback will be assessed in hard savings, that is hard currency. Probably. Okay. So this is how you do the risk assessment before you start the project. Okay. And customers are of two types, internal and external customers. Okay. Customers are of two types, internal and external customers. Who are internal customers? Say for example, you are an employee working in aerospace, Hindustan Aeronautics, and you are a certified Six Sigma green belt, and you are doing a Six Sigma project there in your organization. So you are talking to some people and interacting with them to how to do the project and how to get the details, doing consulting. So those become your internal customers. And for example, if you are not an employee and you are a consultant or a freelancer and you go to a company, those become your external customers. Okay. So internal customers are basically those within the organization, and external customers are those who buy product from you, or if you are a consultant, who interact with you. Okay. So those who buy product from you are external customers. So you should know who are your customers. Okay. Customer is king in Six Sigma. Customer is king. If you don't listen to the customer, you will be ending up doing defects and you will pay for that. The company will go in loss. Okay. The customer will say, I will not give you further more orders. You will not get any orders from me because you are giving me defective iron rods, you are giving me defective pistons. Your cars are not up to the mark. What car you are manufacturing are all having defects. So it is better to capture the voice of the customer. VOC, voice of the customer. So how to capture the voice of the customer? By using surveys, complaint boxes, if you go to a bank, you'll find that there is a complaint box kept there, where you can enter your complaints regarding the staff of the bank. That is called as the capturing of the voice of the customer. So the bank opens the letters and sees what are the complaints against the bank and tries to improve their processes, their day-to-day processes. That is called VOC, voice of the customer. How are they done? They are using surveys. Nowadays, you get a link on your email ID. Please fill up this survey form. So they should know how they are performing, you know. So the customer is you and you fill up the survey. So what are the instruments to capture the voice of the customer? Instruments are instruments to capture the voice of customer is questionnaire, surveys, complaint boxes, and interviews. You interview the customer, okay, and write down the main points, what he has, how we can improve upon ourselves. So Six Sigma we have voice of B, voice of business, voice of what is voice of business, VOB? The managing director, now you are a certified green belt, the managing director calls you and tells you, see Mr. Sengupta, now you are a green belt, you find out how to increase the revenue of our company from 2 crores to 4 crores. So that is called as the voice of the business. Okay, revenue generation. And voice of employee is nothing but your manager, your particular sales manager says, or your inventory manager. The inventory manager says, okay, so you understood what is voice of customer, voice of business, voice of employee. Okay, you have to capture all this. You have to capture all this. as a consultant, your basic thing is not to sit in one corner and sit there and sit in the front of the system. You have to do consulting. That means you have to go and talk to people here and there in all the departments and get their feedback and note it down and do the project. Okay. So voice of customer, voice of business and voice of employee is very much important. Okay. So now we come to we have finished the basic part, that is the fundamentals of Six Sigma. These are the basic fundamentals of Six Sigma. Now we come to the define phase. That is the first phase. The deliverables of define phase are so we have finished the fundamentals. Now we are coming into the first phase, that is the define phase. The deliverables of define phase are project charter. I'll explain to each SIPOC and process map. Okay, the deliverables of the define phase are project charter, SIPOC and process map. The charter is a document which is a initiation document. The project charter is a initiation The project charter is an initiation document to indicate to everybody that the project has begun. Okay. So, Sengupta, were you able to install Sigma Excel? Okay, is it working? Working condition? Have you enabled the macros? Can you, no, 1 minute, you downloaded it, 1 minute. I'll stop sharing the screen. 1 minute, hold on, I'll stop sharing the screen and you can share your screen to me and I'll guide you how to do it. Okay? I'll stop sharing my screen. Okay, now you can share your screen to me. It will be seen by all of them. Okay, where is the setup of Sigma Excel? Where is the download? You are using Mac system or what? Have you downloaded Sigma Excel for Mac or is it Windows operating system?
No, sir. Sigma Excel for Mac.
Okay, where is that setup line?
Pardon, sir?
That setup file, exe file.
So this one.
On that.
Well,
It might not work in Mac.
okay.
Choose application. Search on App Store. Do you have Excel?
Sir, I have numbers, not Excel. In this one, actually, I don't have it. My
No, it will not work because it's a window-based Excel inbuilt. Okay, it's an add-on to Excel. It's an add-on to Excel. You can stop sharing your screen.
okay.
Stop sharing your screen.
Yeah.
There is an option stop share. You can click on that.
Yes.
Okay. So we come to the first part, that is the project charter. Okay. The first document is the initiation document to show that the project has begun, that the project has started. Project leader is Suresh Menon. Sponsor is ABC Company. Status is in progress. Start date 11th. Due date say for next month 11th. Now we come to the business unit. ABC Company. Department is okay. So we have filled all these details. So the project charter is there. As a Six Sigma consultant or as a certified green belt or black belt, your main duty is to find out what is the problem your company is facing. Okay, what is the pain area? Say for example, anybody working in our group, in your in our participants, anybody working, those who are not working, please don't. Anybody working in aerospace or can you tell me who's that? Pratibha Avasti, you are there, Pratibha? Those who are working only I am focusing, because those who are not working, they will not know how to do it. Yeah, Avasti, see, what is the problem statement in your company? That is the main thing. As a Six Sigma certified person, you should be able to tackle in your company. Okay, without knowing the problem statement and doing the project means that you are doing something blindly. You are doing something very blindly. So the main focus should be the problem statement. What is material handling problem you are having? Please type, don't type WhatsApp messages. Write in detail. The problem statement should be in detail. What is the problem you are facing in material handling? You can type it in the chat. Uh, Snigdha Avasti, what is the problem you are facing in material handling in your company?
Sir, like raw material ordered is more than the delivered material, whatever is
One
required.
minute, just hold on.
Inventory piling up.
Raw materials ordered more than the requirement.
Yes, sir.
That means your production department is horrible, yeah. More than the requirement. Production planning is horrible. Raw material order is more than the requirement. Inventory piling up. That's the problem statement. Business case, I'll tell you what is business case. Please see carefully in the chat. Business case. Okay, so business case is the financial impact. So by doing this project, what will be the financial impact? So if I reduce the inventory piling up, the financial impact will be what? It will be that less in optimum inventory. That is, inventory should be at the correct level. Warehousing cost decreases. Fantastic. Reduction in work in progress. No, that will not come under business case. Okay, so that comes under to a certain extent costing. Okay, so business case we can put like this: reduction in VIP cost. Anything associated with the cost should be put there. Okay, not anything. Business case means money, money. Business case, just imagine, it's simple. It's related to money. Benefit type, cost avoidance, cost reduction. It will be cost reduction. Product or service, materials. What is the product you are doing? What is the product you are handling in materials? What is that product name? See, what is that product name that is piling up in the inventory? Okay, cables. Okay, all these three people are involved: materials department, production, and inventory. That's the process. All these three departments processes are involved. Value stream we don't have to look now. Critical to results and benefits is nothing but the financial results. Benefits. Benefits is that what are the benefits you find after if the project is done and if we handle the inventory very in a good way, in an optimum way. What are the results and benefits you are able to gather from this? What are the benefits that is your organization going to get? More cash flow. Okay. Fantastic. Fantastic, Miss Awasthi. Very good. That's enough. So the project assessment is green. If it is red, it is in bad shape, okay? And risk is medium, complexity is high, okay? And get the approval from the top management and take a sign. Always keep everything in black and white, because later on the management will say, we don't know, we said something and you said something and nothing has come out. So always take the printout of the project charter and take a printout from the management. Get a printout from the management. Sign off. Get a sign off. Because later on they will say, we don't know what you said and you don't know what we said. And then there will be clash. So always take a printout of the project charter and get it signed from the approved by the management or your champion. Okay. So this is the project charter, and the project charter is in Sigma Excel is in a different format. In Companion by Minitab it is in different format. Anybody else has downloaded in Windows Sigma Excel? Anybody else? In Companion by Minitab, this is another software. In Sigma Excel it is in a different format. But all the business case, everything is there, same. But it is in the form of Excel template. That's it. That's the only difference. This is in a software that is in the form of Excel template. Okay. So I think Sen Gupta will not be able to much because this is a Mac operating system. Okay. Okay, fantastic, Mr. Awasthi. That was really great. You have understood the concept within 2 hours. That's something very fabulous and really. So the project charter is a kick-off document which your organization should take a printout from the management or the champion or whoever your department head is. If you go ahead without taking the sign, you will burn your fingers. I'm telling you because of my experience. You will burn your fingers. Don't go without the sign and approval. She has understood the concept within just a flat 2 hours. That is what she is, Awasthi. Within flat 2 hours, she has understood the concept. It might be the way I teach or her brain power. Either depends. But within a flat 2 hours, she has understood the basic concepts. Okay, so that's the project charter, that's the initiation document. The project charter is dynamic. What is the meaning of dynamic? Project charter is dynamic. Fantastic. Sen Gupta, it is changes as your project goes on and on and on. It is dynamic. It changes with each phase. Measure phase, there might be some changes. Analyze phase, there might be some changes. Improve phase, there might be some changes. So it's not a static document. It is a dynamic document. The project charter contains problem statement, So the project charter contains what? Problem statement, business case, project plan, scope, team members involved, name of the team members, that is name of the team members, vision of the company in the coming years. Okay, that's very simple. So that's what the project charter contains. Okay. Now we come to the next deliverable. There are how many deliverables? First is project charter, second is SIPOC, and I'll come to the next deliverable, that is SIPOC. SIPOC full form is supplier input process output customer. Okay, it gives a bird's eye view So how does a supplier input process? So we have here SIPOC here in the defined phase, prepared by Suresh Menon. Prepared date is a must. Okay, date, don't forget to put the date. That is 11th. And you can click on this plus, add row below. Okay, and here you can put who are your suppliers of your company. Can you tell me, Ms. Avasti, who are the suppliers to your company? You should be knowing some suppliers. Any name of the supplier? Amphenol. Okay, this name looks very strange to me. What are the raw materials they are providing? What raw materials they are providing to your company? Cables. And what process this cables undergoes? What is the process they are undergoing? What do you do with these cables in your company? Integration, I didn't get it. What is the integration? What is the meaning of that? What integration you do? Integration of what? Interconnection of devices. So this is the process, okay? Interconnection of devices. Any other process you do with these cables? Anything else? I'll put a comma and add there. No, you don't do anything else. Okay. And what is the output? What is the output you get from this process? Interconnection of devices. After you do interconnection of devices, you should get an output, right? What is that output called? On-board control system. So this is the finished good, what you are telling. This is the finished good which you sell it to the customer, right? Okay, so the output is on-board control system. And can you name the customer? What is the customer name? Any one customer is enough. Oh, it goes to another, what is that department? So the process has not stopped here. So this is not the output, okay, this is not the output. Let's see. So it comes here, process, it goes to another department. You have to write here like this. Another department for assembly. Put a comma here, process, and say another department in the process. So you don't know what is the finished good, what you are getting from your all the output from main assembly. So this is nothing but the process, but we have not got the output as it. What is the output? What is the finished good which you sell it to the customer? Finished good which you sell to the customer. You have no idea about it, no? So try drawing a SIPOC of your, okay? Interact with some people and try drawing a SIPOC, okay? Because your output is not very clear to me and the process is not very clear, okay? So that you just try it out with a SIPOC. You can download Companion from Google and try to do a SIPOC, okay? Because if it goes to another department, it's another process. It's not an output. It's not an output. The ultimate output, say for example, I'll give you an example here. I am going to a ready-made garment making unit, okay, in Cochin, okay. So their supplier is Tirupur Mills. Tirupur Mills. Description is input is cotton yarn and what is the process it is undergoing? It first goes to a washing, then it goes for bleaching, then it goes for dyeing, then it goes for design, then it goes for buttoning, then it goes for sewing, then it goes for packaging, and the output is ready-made shirt. And customer is Burger Garments USA. So it is exported to USA. Okay, that's how the process is. So you should know the process in your company before you do Six Sigma project. You got this? How to make now as a layman you can understand how to make a ready-made shirt. Yeah, stitching is there. Very good. Aurora has given one more. Stitching is there. Sewing, stitching. Fantastic. I think Avasti has really done a neat job today. She has really, within 2 hours, she has grasped the entire thing. So we get the output as a ready-made shirt and the customer is Burger Garments USA. So you'll find in Tirupur there are many exporting units. Okay, they make ready-made garments and send it to USA, export it to USA. They have an export license where they sell their garments to USA. Okay guys, we'll take a break now and we'll continue the session up to 7 o'clock. Then next Saturday we will start at 8 p.m. Okay, so today being the first day, I don't want to fully pack everything today. We'll go in a phase by phase manner and slowly increase the timings as we go on. We have 4 more days to go. This is only the first day. So you can have, as we go along, we'll slowly start increasing the timings. But the start time will be the same. The start time will be the same, but the end time will be slightly more. Okay. So starting time will be the same as given by the administration department to you. So all of you clear on support diagram? Pratibha, Avasti, I don't want to ask anything because she's already done. Sen Gupta and who are the others? Aurora, are you clear about support diagram? Fantastic. All you guys are good, yeah. All youngsters and are all very willing to learn. Bharat Raghunath is good. So we'll take a break and we'll meet at 6:30. Thank you very much, Aurora. Thank you very much. So, and if no doubts now till now, that is very good. That's a very good sign. So, support diagram gives a layman can understand what is happening in your company. Okay, at one single shot. That is the importance of support diagram. Even a layman can understand what is happening in your company. Okay, we'll take a break. Have a lime juice or a lassi. I think Aurora will have a lassi because I don't drink lassi rather. But Aurora will take a lassi and enjoy yourself and come back at 6:30. Thank you very much. Okay, you will sleep. Don't sleep, yaar. Okay, come back at 6:30. Okay, is everybody back? Aurora is back. All of you are back, right? So we have we have studied the two deliverables. First is the project charter of the defined phase. Deliverables are project charter and SIPOC diagram. And one more deliverable is there, that is called as the process map. That is the third deliverable. So as a consultant or as a certified green belt, you should deliver this to your management. Process map, that is the third deliverable. Okay. So there is a process map under defined phase. Click on that. And you get, see, if you bring your cursor here, you will get the description of the icon. And you have to just drag and drop it. Okay. Process. So this rectangle represents a process. And you can mention here so all this department diagram in detail, okay, all the department diagram in detail, what all departments you have. Yes, it is similar to flowchart where Mr. Bharat Raghunath, very clear, it's like flowchart only. You can say it's a flowchart only. But it is in a more detailed manner, more detailed than that of SIPOC. Process map is more detailed than the SIPOC. Okay, got it. Bharat Gupta, It's more, process map is more detailed than the SIPO. Okay, you have to be more detailed than the process map. First you can draw it within your hand and then put it in the flow chart. Okay, just drag and drop. You can use Microsoft Visio also for this. So you got an idea what a process map is, all of you? Avasti. So you can draw your process map in your organization and find out why is this inventory piling up. But first you have to be clear on the SIPO, okay? You have to know which all the departments, you have to interact with each department heads and find out what is the finished good, what is the output you're getting, and what are the processes it undergoes, okay? So it's slightly laborious process, but once you do it once, it will be there for your repeated actions. Okay, so all of you got what a process map is. It is more detailed than that of SIPOC. Okay, SIPOC is just a bird's eye view. But process map is a complete detail of the entire department. It can be all the departments: HR, sales, purchase. Then we have which one? In a manufacturing company, payroll, logistics, then materials, production planning, inventory, all these departments you can draw a process map and connect it to all each other. Yeah, product development is in a software company. So you have to interconnect all the departments, and if you draw the flow chart, you will understand how your company is actively working. Okay, and if possible, you can find the gaps where some things are going wrong, where the things are going wrong. It's a very good tool, to find out what is actually going wrong. It's similar to flowchart only. But as a consultant, you have to interact with people. You cannot draw this diagram by sitting in one corner. You have to start taking interviews, interact with people, and then draw it first in a piece of paper with a pencil and a pen, and then put it on the software. Okay. See, say for example now, Okay, so we have a scenario here, payroll department, human resources department. Then it comes to payroll department, salary not matching with other company. So payroll software use is outdated. Okay, so all this you can map it. So you can find out if you draw this process map and what are the gaps. So the gaps are payroll software use is outdated. Ravi, you got this? Okay, so just wait. I'll just mute for some time. There's a prayer going. That will be over in 2 minutes. Okay, now we come to a concept in define phase. If you take my document, we come to a concept called as throughput yield. I have highlighted in blue. For a process, throughput is a measure of the productivity of the process in producing error-free product or service. For a product, throughput is a measure of quality of the product of the entire product as a function of the quality of its various features. Okay. The throughput yield is calculated based on the defects per unit for each process step. So defects per unit is number of errors divided by number of items manufactured. So throughput yield is how much it's a measure of your productivity of your organization. Okay, that is called as throughput yield. It is 1 minus DPU. So I'll give you an example. For example, if there are 74 errors in products, so if you are manufacturing rods, if you are manufacturing 600 rods per day and there are 74 defective, what will be the DPU? DPU will be, defects per unit will be 74 divided by 600, that is equal to 0.12, and throughput yield will be 1 minus DPU, that is 1 minus 0.12. That is 0.88 and that is 88%. So your productivity throughput yield is 88%, which is not bad. Anything above 70% is okay. But if it is 10% and all, that means you are producing more of defective items. Okay. So anything 88% is quite okay. Okay. And what is defects per opportunity? Defects per opportunity is equal to total defects by total opportunity. So if you are manufacturing 1000 rods per day in your company and in that 30 are defective, the defects per opportunity will be 30 divided by 1000. Okay, and DPMO is nothing but defects per million opportunity, that is equal to DPO into 1 million. That is defects per opportunity, per opportunity into 1 million. That is called as defects per million opportunity. Okay. So this will be asked in the exam. It is on page number 18. Page number 18. So throughput yield is nothing but 1 minus defects per unit. 1 minus defects per unit. So we are still in the define phase. We will complete the define phase today. You have understood what is DPU, how to calculate DPU, that is defects per unit, all of you. How to calculate DPU? Any doubts, Aurora? Okay. And how to calculate throughput yield? Throughput yield is nothing but the productivity of your company. If it is less than 70%, then your production is in a horrible state. Okay. Now we come to a concept called as touch time. Touch time is available time for production divided by customer demand. Okay. And what is the touch? Touch is a German word. It's a German word for bad time, which is used by music directors who control the flow of music. It's a German word. Touch is nothing but TAKT. It's a German word for bad time, which is used by music directors to control the flow of music. So what is touch time? Available time for production divided by customer demand. What is available production time? Scheduled time minus break time minus meeting time. So how many hours we have in a day in your office? How many hours you spend in the office? 8 hours, right? So 8 into 60 is how much? 8 into 60 minutes. That is 480 minutes, right? So we have 480 minutes as the scheduled time. As there is 8 hours in a day, we have 480 minutes. So 480 minus break time, that is minus 30 minutes. Is equal to 450 minus meeting time minus 30 once again is equal to how much? 420 minutes. Okay, so that's how you do but in factories they work in shifts, so the available production time in a factory will be different, in an office will be different, in a call center it will be different. Okay, so you have to be careful in calculating the available production time depending on where you are working. If you are working in a factory, there will be first shift, second shift, third shift. Okay, so that the production time will vary. So production time is the time required in producing a product. So for example, if available production time is 400 minutes and customer demand is 20 iron rods, then touch time you substitute in the formula is equal to 400 divided by 20, which is equal to 20 minutes. So the production department has to make 1 iron rod every 20 minutes. That's how the production department calculates how to manufacture. So obviously you can note this. This will be useful for you. Touch time. Okay, touch time. So the production can plan accordingly depending on the customer demand. If you don't plan accordingly to the customer demand, you have inventory piling up. Your inventory will start piling up. Okay, got this formula? This will be asked in the exam 100%. Touch time is equal to available time for production divided by customer demand. What is all of you? Aurora, Avasti, and Francis. Fantastic, all of you are geniuses, yeah. So this will be asked in the exam, yeah. Okay. So this is how the production department of your factory calculates how to make in how many hours, how to make in how many minutes, how to make iron rods in how many minutes, how to make engine in how many minutes. This is how they calculate. They use touch time, nothing big about it. Okay, it's a simple formula. Available time for production divided by customer demand. So the inventory doesn't pile up. Unnecessary inventory piling up will lead to lot of issues. So the production department is the culprit who is piling up the inventory. Now we come to a concept called as cycle time. Cycle time is split into four components. Auto time, time spent by machines running unattended. Manual time, time spent in loading, unloading, adding components during the same process. Delay time, time spent waiting for operator or the process to finish or raw materials availability. And machine time, time spent by machine working on the part. I'll give you a better example of cycle time. If you go to Domino's Pizza, okay, what will be the cycle time there? The time required to knead the dough and then add pieces of chicken, then add cheese, then add vegetables, then add onions, and then put it in the oven to bake. Okay, so put it in the oven to bake. No, not less than 30 minutes, I'll tell you. So this is all the cycle time, the time required to make the pizza. Okay, and what is the lead time? Lead time is the time required So if cycle time is reduced, lead time automatically gets reduced. Got this all of you, cycle time and lead time in a Domino's pizza? Okay. So lead is nothing but the time required to deliver the pizza. Actually we say when I order at 12:30, the pizza should come to me at correct 1 o'clock. Otherwise I'll reject that pizza. Okay, so if cycle time is reduced, lead time automatically gets reduced. And lead time is the time required to deliver the pizza to the customer. Okay, so this is cycle time, lead time, and takt time. These are the major things used by the factories, and you can use it in a service software company also. Now we have one more thing called as crew size. Crew size is the number of people need to man the production line. Aurora, do you know what is the meaning of production line? Avasti, you must be knowing it. Aurora, do you know what is the meaning of production line? See, you must have seen, for example, in Ford Motors, it's an automotive company. Ford Motors is an automotive company. So there is a production line where the engine is assembled, and in the second production line the glass is tempered Got it? Just read the chat. Okay, so there is it's like you see a conveyor belt in the airport where you put your bag for X-ray scanning, okay? Like that, the finished good comes out from the manufacturing unit on a conveyor belt, and then it is packed by the workers and sent for export, okay? So that is, it's like a conveyor belt you see in airports. That is called, it's a huge one. What you see in the airport is a small one, but in the factory it is very lengthy, okay? In factory, it is very lengthy. You do a baggage check, right? You do a baggage check before boarding the flight, and you put your bag in the conveyor belt to do X-ray scanning. But in a factory, that conveyor belt is very lengthy, where there will be a lot of workers, and that line is called as the production line. Got it now? Everybody? See, in the airport, you go, you do the check-in, and then you put the bag for X-ray scanning, and the bag goes via conveyor belt into the X-ray scanner. But that X-ray conveyor belt is small, but in a factory, it is very huge, and the parts come out of the production line in that conveyor belt, and there are workers there who assemble that parts. Okay, so that conveyor belt in factories are very huge, very lengthy, not very short as that of in airports. Okay, airports it is very short, but in factories it is very long. Okay, so there are workers working on that line who assemble and package the parts to be sent or exported to a customer. Okay, so that is called as the production line. So we have crew size, CRU, crew size is nothing but staff equal to cycle time divided by touch time. Okay, a product works on a touch of 100 minutes and has a production cycle time of 400 minutes. What is the crew size? So this is how the production manager calculates how many staff are needed on the production line. So crew size is equal to, substituting in the formula, 400 divided by 100 equal to 4. So 4 staff are needed on the 4 workers are needed on the assembly line to ensure that the target is met. Okay, so this is all the production planning department handles this using these formulas. Okay, got this? This is how you know how many workers should be there on your production line to package the finished good which is coming out of the conveyor, coming on the conveyor belt, what we see in airport. But what we see in airport is short. In factories it is very huge, very lengthy. So there will be many workers who will be assembling that on the conveyor belt. Okay, so this is called as the assembly line or the production line. So the production department calculates how many workers are needed, so it doesn't waste their resources. So they can correctly calculate how many resources are needed on that particular assembly line. Got this, all of you? How to calculate the number of staff required on the production line? Yeah, Pratibha is working in a manufacturing company, so she will be knowing aerospace, no? Pratibha, Aswati, all those people, Avasti, you have no problem understanding this, right? Snigdha Avasti, you know, your name is Snigdha. Ah, yeah, I know that. Yeah, anybody, any doubts from anybody? Any doubts? Okay, so we have finished the define phase, and next Saturday please install Sigma Excel and Companion and Minitab 18 in your system, and preferably use a Windows system, don't use a Mac system. Mac sometimes has a problem. Okay, preferably use a Windows system. Mac will give you a lot of issues. Okay guys, then you can enjoy the evening. It's 7 o'clock, and we will, as the days next Saturday onward, we'll start increasing the time, but the start time will remain the same. The starting time what you have been given by Henry Harman will remain the same, but the ending time will be slightly increased. Okay, so yeah, 8 p.m. The start time will remain the same. The start time will remain the same, but the ending time will slightly increase. So we have finished the define phase, and next Saturday we will go into the measure phase. And on all of your laptops, please install all these three softwares, okay? And take a printout of my document. No, one midnight and all is not possible. Maximum up to 11:30. Then we have one more Sunday coming, and then we start from 4 to 9. Okay, Francis, 4 to 9. We have one more Sunday coming. Next Saturday, Sunday, we have 4 to 9. 4 to 9, and Saturday 8 to 11. So instead of 4 to 8, we'll make it 4 to 9 or 4 to 10, depending on your queries and your doubts. Okay. So we'll complete today. We have completed the define phase today, and I hope all of you enjoyed my session, and thank you very much for being with me today. And please come on Saturday with a printout of my PDF document. It is containing only 83 pages. Please come with a printout and install all the three softwares, and take very good care of yourself. Enjoy the evening with your family. Go out for a shopping, and Aurora, you can have a lassi now so that you can go to sleep. Okay, and enjoy some shopping or small shopping or something like that. Enjoy yourself and take very much good care of all of you. Thank you very much once again for being with me. And one more thing I want to tell you is, after the course is completed, I give a free support of 1 year to all my participants. So if you have any queries, you can contact me on this number between 10 to 5. Don't call me at 12 o'clock. Please add it to your contacts. Okay. So I give a free support after the course is over of 1 year. So if anybody of you have any doubt, you can contact me, or if you are facing problems in your office how to implement it, you can contact me. I will help you out. My number is given in the chat. Please note it down and add it to your contacts. And thank you once again. Good night. Bye. Thank you.